All right, folks. Okay, we got to think of a good flashy intro. I got some new pyros getting set up over here.
Why?
We got some new sound effects coming in for Backlash. The intro
No,
for
Lou.
Backlash.
No.
We got to do a recap of it.
No.
What? What?
No, we're
Why?
not. We're not
what
doing
happened?
that.
Why?
We're not doing it because I'm
Why?
clearly telling you, Backlash was terrible. Like, this was terrible.
What do you mean it was terrible? It was a good
Why
show.
would we do a good intro?
Happy.
Why would we do a good intro? No, nobody was happy for that. Are you kidding me? No.
I know
No,
one person.
no intro. No intro. You know what the intro is? Yeah, Backlash sucked. That's the intro.
Jesus.
Welcome to Tfspod, otherwise known as 24/7 Podcast. Yeah, 24/7 Lou, winning championship rings. While Rick Hall is your conference favorite host. Yeah, you know it, the one-man band is the wrestling trivia king of kings. A dice, a wheel, another deal. The randomizer will tag in to make the spiel. Tfspod, Tfspod, Tfspod. Welcome to the wrestling home of super fans, where we clash with facts and master plans. Opinions soar and predictions unfold, while our championship goldie shines brighter than any other gold. Join the excitement, raise your voice. In this wrestling realm, we will make some noise. Each match ignites our hearts ablaze. United we triumph under Goldie's shining Tfspod, Tfspod, Tfspod. I said Tfspod, 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 Tfspod.
Welcome to Tfspod. This is at 24/7 Lou and
Rick Hard, baby! And I'm ready for another show. Not excited for Backlash recap, though. I call it back trash.
ooh, and
The one-man band, and yeah, let's get Backwash over with.
ooh. Yes, folks. In this episode, we will be talking
Wait a minute,
about
that's
what
Lou's
happened.
line.
Sorry.
Yeah. How is it? Where is it? Where is this? Here it is. There's one.
Hey, that's gimmick infringement, and you know it.
All right. In this episode, we're going to talk about our predictions battle at Backlash or Backwash or Backtrash or whatever you want to call it. But we're going to do a recap of that, the aftermath post, what happened on Raw, and who knows what might be coming up around the corner next in these after Backlash. And who won our predictions battle. So first off, before we get into all of that, a quick thing. What do you guys think about? What do you think about the guys think about the show? I mean, I know someone already said it sucked, but what about you, the one man band?
Yeah, kind of have to agree. It was kind of the John Cena heel era has been kind of a rough start. Not really a fan of this trend overall, but hopefully they can right this ship. But yeah, this show was kind of like pedestrian.
Ooh, wow, man. And Ricard.
Look, hey, I said it before. I kind of knew what we were hoping for. I think it's an insult that Triple H refuses to do PLEs with more than 5 match cards unless they're a big 4 pay-per-view. This could have easily had Jey Uso and Logan Paul, and I would have been like, all right, you're giving me a little more than usual. That's already a start. But that finish where it's, Cena wins with a title shot to the head and then a really long time before he gets the 3 count. He predicted it. He said it.
I am going to ruin wrestling.
Accomplished. Yeah. And you're gonna fault me for calling you out on that? No. Make Backlash a good pay-per-view.
Wow. All right. Now
I would have been happy. You know what would have been a great finish? Here we go. Sure. Orton loses, fine. But he better get really pissed off afterwards and then take out Cena and then punt his Lego-sized head into the first row of the audience. That would have sent people home happy. That's his hometown. You don't have the guy lose in his hometown and not get the win after the fact.
Wow.
Better be standing tall, punt somebody. Heck, you could have had Travis Scott come out, cost Orton the match, but then Orton gets a hold of him and punts him in the head and says that one's for Cody. And then we never see Travis Scott on our screen again. That would have sent me home happy, especially.
All right. So yeah, those matches too that we're gonna talk about too. So first off, for our editor.
Make this a short because people don't like pants.
Just for editor purposes. But before by the way, I want to big shout out to all of our fans. Good afternoon in South Korea and Asia and everywhere around there where you're watching us. This is your afternoon show. Anyway.
What?
Now the one-man band, give us that line that everybody loves.
Rickard, get the scoreboard.
All right, folks, here we go. Scoreboard time. And let's see if this crowd can be a little bit more gentle with people than usual. But first, this scoreboard update is brought to you by milk. Folks, it's good for your bones. It's good for your teeth. It's good for your mind. We're still waiting on that study, but it's out there. Just you wait. We're doing the research. But while you're at it, get yourself some milk. You need that nutrition. You need that calcium in your life. It's spelled M-I-L-K, milk. Do you got milk? Get some. That said, in first place, it's Osama bin Diesel. Place, it's Rick Hard at 10 points. By the way, Diesel was at 14 points. I forgot.
Woo! Woo, yeah.
And then we've got a tie for second place, or rather third place. Oh, man, what is going on here? Look at how happy he looks. It's 24/7 Lou at 8 points, and he shares that spot with the one-man band at 8 points. And main event Jeff, who are also at 8 points. Give it up for all three of them. Man, hot crowd. All right. And behind them, we've got the Torinator, and he is at 5 points.
Woo! Woo, yeah.
And behind him, we've got Playboy Raj, and he is at 2 points.
God, why must life be so hard? Why must I fail?
And then behind him, we've got the Randomizer, and he is at 1 point.
The numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you.
And what's this? The audience scoreboard.
Here comes a new challenger.
Johnny Lance, and he's at 1 point on the audience scoreboard. Folks. With that romantic Korean drama, huh? Folks, if you want to be like our audience members who listen in occasionally and get your name on the board for the year, all you have to do is submit predictions when we do them. While we're doing the live stream, we'll be added into contention, added to the audience scoreboard. You just have to be one of the hosts that will be selected to be going up against you. It could be me. Could be 24/7 Lou. That's an easy one. Anybody could beat 24/7 Lou. Come on. Or it could be the one-man band. Now there's a challenge, stepping up to the champ, huh? Or it could be me again. We'll see. But hopefully it's Lou. That's your best chance, you know. But anyways, that's the scoreboard. Everyone else is at 0 points. Back to you, Lou.
Yeah. I can beat him. I can beat them all.
You can beat them all. Oh, say it. Hey, when it's my turn to go, you know I go. I tell them they're weak. I tell them they're scared. I tell them their pants. I tell them they should be wearing brown pants because I can see the stain. You know.
Oh my gosh. All right. Before it gets crazy, I don't know where we're going with that. Let's get into the scoreboard.
We just got out of the scoreboard. Calm down.
Yeah. For the first matchup, we had the fatal four-way match for the United States Championship. Jacob 5-2-1. What do you guys think of this match? I missed this match.
I did too. I didn't get to see it.
I missed it, but I saw the clips. This match looked like it was really good. Probably was match of the night, if I'm being honest, because Orton and Cena have done better matches, so I'm not giving that match to the night. Yeah, I think the Fatal 4-Way was honestly the best match of the night. Yeah.
And that you didn't see. Wait a minute.
Yeah. All I needed was the clip.
Everyone except the randomizer got a point on this one. So everyone's going good. And
hey, who's that guy all the way on the right?
That's Bogey.
Oh.
That's Bogey.
What?
Come on, man. So, yeah, let's get to the next.
Nah, you're right. You're right. It's nice to see some new competitors and new faces.
Yes, it is. It is always good. All right, so next matchup where Lyra Valkyria won, which I personally think that she should not have won. Should have been Becky. Then we had a Bayley and Becky thing, but go ahead. One of you, go ahead. Tell me why this was wrong.
Well, hey, I told you this. I told you this in the private chat. You called me out on this because I picked Becky Lynch. I blatantly said that in the recording that I went peer pressure there. But I honestly thought, hey, Lyra Valkyria has been made to look really bad by Becky. She keeps getting the beatdowns every segment going up to the show. So naturally, you got to give Lyra the chance to not get buried by Becky. Lyra's not a bad champion. She's the first inaugural champ. I would like it to mean something when she loses it to Becky, if she does. But really, let's be real. Becky Lynch can be the heel in the main event picture, especially if we're not going to go with Charlotte, which is what I think was the plan originally. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Charlotte was supposed to be the main event heel on either SmackDown. It's SmackDown. Tiffany Stratton's on SmackDown. But since the crowd didn't take well to her, they're re-examining how they go about that way, which is probably why we haven't really seen Charlotte or much of her. She's definitely not in the spotlight. So naturally, they're like, well, if we don't have Charlotte, we might as well pull up another horsewoman to be the heel. And Becky Lynch works because her comeback, she's right. A lot of people probably didn't want to see her for a while. And it's natural. Eventually, everybody they get tired of seeing you on screen. With enough time and enough passage where you don't know how to limit your exposure, with enough repetition, people go, I'm tired of seeing this. You know, back in 2006, it was LOL, Cena wins, we're tired. Now it's, look, it's Charlotte again. Oh, and she won a match that had high stakes for some reason.
I get that part, but the OGs have to win at some point, right? There's enough time for pushing other people. There's a certain time for pushing people, and there's certain times where people want to see them, and not in Saudi Arabia.
This is the time. No, this is the time. This is the time for Lyra to get a push, which is fine. I'm fine with Lyra getting a push because let's face it, Becky Lynch is what? A mom of one, could easily become a mom of two if she wanted to, and she's not exactly getting any younger either. Nobody is, but still.
All right. Age,
and I pointed this out. No, and actually, no. While we're at it, no. You want to talk age discrimination? Now, while we're at it, we can talk about this. Those releases that they did, WWE, I don't know what the heck you're doing, but how on earth are you going to release Cora Jade like that? Get out of here.
Yeah,
Get out of here. I completely disagree with a lot of them. Dakota Kai getting released, dumb move also. Why did you release the young, sexy women and be like, oh, you know who we should keep, though? Nia Jax. You know what that's called? Nepotism. That's right. I'm pissed off. Tired of seeing Nia Jax on my screen. And I don't even know if Tamina's still employed there, but if she is, get her out of there too.
Who?
No. I think Tamina got released, I believe.
Getting rid of Cora. Getting rid of. Oh, she did get released?
I believe so.
She did get released? Okay. Well, all I can say is releasing Cora Jade and keeping Nia Jax.
Big mistake.
Ooh. Okay.
So where the hell is Tamatanga? I want to hear some yeah on my screen.
We just did. We just did.
We just did. All right.
Nah. I want him to do it though. He does it better.
All right. So then this one, the only one that got it right in this one was main event Jeff going with Ladder retaining, and that was a night for the rest of us.
I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that. Yeah, I knew it.
Hey. Main event Jeff looked at our
that's a really good point. I would like to say no, and I think I'm right actually.
Yeah, I stick to my convictions, but yeah, I had a feeling from there. I was like, yeah, I have a feeling this is gonna do me in, and I was right. I was right.
No,
I did.
Yeah, no, you said it from the very beginning. This is the hardest match to predict, and I agree. It was the hardest match to predict. That doesn't change the fact that this show was a bad show and still fairly predictable.
Yeah.
Some would say.
Yeah, I would agree.
Ooh. Next matchup. Dirty Dominic Mysterio beats Penta. Anyone? Well, we all picked Dominic except the randomizer. Got a point for it?
No, I'm pretty sure Playboy Raj also did not get a point. Playboy Raj made some really wild picks.
Oh yeah, he did. Next matchup. Pat McAfee versus Gunther. This one was not a consensus. Playboy Raj.
Oh, here we go.
On a random. No, Playboy Raj actually picked Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
Yep. This was a great match.
It was. I gotta say.
Only because I think it went too long. But I'm glad that they went the respect route so we don't see a follow-up. They just needed a one and done. The fact that Pat McAfee was a fighter, but at the end still got completely demolished by Gunther. That was the right call. I can't wait to see Gunther versus Jay and potentially Jay getting cashed in on. Honestly, I still think the route to go is give Jay the scrub booking. Have him just keep losing, but it is what it is. I wouldn't mind seeing Gunther beat the hell out of Jay.
I didn't get to catch all of Raw.
You're gonna get jobbed.
I didn't get to catch Raw on Monday, but did we see Gunther on that one?
I believe he's gonna get a title shot. That's the speculation. After
oh yeah, he faced
Money
the winner.
In the Bank, actually.
No, he faced the winner of if
Saturday Night Main Event,
he faced the winner of that. So yeah, and then Pat McAfee did come out bruised up and beat up. The crowd cheered for him. So this is like the after Backlash. So yeah, like I said, they closed that storyline out, which I don't know what that was all about. That short story there, but yeah,
it was a filler feud. Come on, Lou, how do you not know what that is? It's a filler feud. It's filler Eugene versus Triple H all over again. It's like, you've never heard of that?
Yeah,
never heard of that.
I've heard of that.
It's a filler feud. It's literally just, hey, we know where we're going with this, but that show's not for 4 months, so we're gonna have you face this guy. Kane versus John Cena. Embrace the hate. Filler feud.
Oh yeah,
we knew who was gonna fight The Rock. We just needed something to waste time. Filler feud.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay,
WWE, disagree? Look.
When I'm telling lies.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing with that statement of filler feud. In the era
Hey,
now,
not only that, every feud in AEW is just a filler feud.
no,
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah, I agree with that.
No, it's not.
I know. You know what? We're dunking a lot on AEW, but I'm actually rooting for them a little bit now because WWE is getting a little ridiculous with the ticket prices and all that garbage. TKO is
Hold on,
really
hold on.
making
Let
stupid
me
moves
say what I
that
have to say here.
like
Let me
right
see what
now.
I
I don't know if it's The Rock being petty or anything else, but yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. I understand you saying about the filler feud, but in this era of 5-match premium live events, we don't need a filler feud. We do not need a filler feud in the middle of this when you have so much talent on both rosters that you should not be creating a filler feud. At this point when you have only 5 matches per big show. So I
agree. I agree 100%.
If you had those TNA 14 matches or something like that, I get you. Filler feuds.
No, not 14 matches. You could do filler feuds with 8 match shows, okay? But really, it makes the B show pay-per-views way worse when you have filler feuds and they make up 1/5 of the card or 2/5 of the card. But let's not kid ourselves. A bunch of rivalries Cody had while he was champion last year were filler feuds.
Yeah. Also, too, there was no title
That's
here.
That's why Backlash sucked last year too.
There was no title on the line here.
No.
If you're gonna do these 5-match shows,
It's fine.
title matches all the way around.
Not every match has to be for the title. No,
On a pay-per-view, it should be.
Okay. Counterpoint. The Royal Rumble has 2 matches on the show that aren't title matches. Are you going to tell me those suck?
Well, everyone's already in there.
There you go.
In that case,
there you go. Elimination chamber matches aren't for titles either.
Well, it's to be a contender.
It's to be a contender. That's fine.
All I'm saying is that when you're calling a filler feud, this one could have been a filler feud on a show, but not on a premium live event. And when you have only 5 matches, that's all I'm saying. All right, the scoreboard wise,
I agree with that. I think they need to be more strategic with the match cards. I'm not going to debate that.
Yeah, you have to be even more than before because of the 5 matches. All right, so here's the scoreboard. Main event running, starting to run away with it. We had the last match, John Cena. What do you guys think about this one?
What did I think about it?
Well,
one-man band?
I mean, this is predictable. Obviously, for the one thing that we say, Randy Orton's whole town, he's gonna lose. But I mean, the crowd was obviously extremely hot for him. No surprise there. I did preface this that this is the first time that they face each other in the main roster, that the roles are changed or flipped in this case. Face Orton versus heel Cena, and that I said it. There were going to be a lot of false finishes and a lot of crazy things that were going to happen, and that's exactly what happened. There was a spot that Randy Orton did. He countered the AA into an RKO. That was pretty cool. That was awesome. That was awesome. Yeah. That was like
they've done that. They've done that spot before.
Well, I hadn't seen it in a long time then, but I really
it's been a while. That's why it's fresh.
It was really, really, really good that he's flipping him over for the AA and Randy does the RKO on him and just grab. It was cool, man. I love that. Yeah. Like that was such a like you could really hit an RKO out of anywhere if you plan it right. Like I would say like that the BFT that LA Knight did on Fatu in WrestleMania, that where Jacob Fatu was doing, I guess he was doing a moonsault. He was doing some kind of a top rope maneuver, and LA Knight caught him with that BFT,
the ugliest moonsault.
Yeah, the UME, and it was amazing. But anyways, going back to this one, I digress. I'm not liking this John Cena heel turn. I'm not liking it. I feel as if all this was done out of spite. This whole thing with The Rock and this whole thing with, the whole the Cody Soul thing, and then John Cena going heel because Cody turned them down, and now Cena with this whole, oh, you get nothing, and I'm gonna ruin wrestling for you. Well, he's doing a good job. He's doing a good job right now because it's making it to the point where I'm just kind of like, I kind of don't want to see this until either Cody comes back or I don't know what, man. But I'm not liking this booking. I'm not liking where things are headed. Apparently, all indications look like the next feud is going to be R-Truth. I have
Filler feud.
Filler feud, exactly. Filler feud for who? Who knows? I said that Money in the Bank should have been him and CM Punk, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. I don't know, man.
It's gonna be a really quick booking if it is.
Yeah,
I would like that.
Yeah, I think it would be great. But look, Randy didn't need to win. Randy, regardless, is he's having fun this year. You could tell he's just having a blast this year doing his thing. He faced Joe Hendry at WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah.
He got to wrestle his arch nemesis. He's been battling his arch nemesis in 3 different decades. Gets to do it again. I mean, Randy Orton's just having a ball. I know he doesn't care, but I mean, come on, man. Like, look, if John Cena is gonna retire, supposedly retire at the end of the year, and he's the champ, you're literally doing like Roman Reigns booking at this point. Not to that extent. Obviously, the length is not going to be that long, but it's like, guys, there was a point in time where nobody wanted to see Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's gonna get to a point where we're not gonna want to see Cena. Like, we're gonna get tired of like this whole crap, like at the very least,
I keep telling people this. Well, go ahead, finish.
No, it's pretty much that. Like, they need to figure something out, and quick, because the WrestleMania main event was absolute trash, and I know that that's what he was going for. I know that it was like, I'm gonna ruin wrestling. I'm gonna do that, and he did a great job by starting out with the biggest show of the year, completely crapped all over it, and then now Backlash, it was the same thing, rehash of crap, and you're gonna keep going until when? I'm hoping that mercifully it stops at SummerSlam with the 2-night event. I hope it stops, but we'll see.
Hey, don't play me out. I got stuff to say.
Playing you out. I just background.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah.
What? You're going to say red card.
Okay. Sure. Look, so I was going to say that I think that's the point. Honestly, people are like, oh, it's really making me hate John Cena and all this other stuff. I hate this booking. You know what the problem is? The fans refuse to just boo him. Just boo him, and people will actually be like, you'll probably be like, you know what? They already hate him enough. I don't need to make crappy matches anymore.
Right,
but
that's true.
because the fans trying to be all fucking, and now I'm really getting pissed. But yeah, I keep telling people, stop cheering for John Cena. And don't get me wrong, I actually like the heel turn in terms of the fact that the promos are intense. He's knocking it out of the park with the promos. It's literally the wrestling that's terrible.
Hasn't it always been?
But the promos, straight, like, intense.
The wrestling.
But I'm watching it. Yeah, no, the wrestling's terrible. But
No, I meant always.
you know, the
Some might say that.
yeah. Some would say he always couldn't wrestle.
Funny.
But
So he can't wrestle good and he can't wrestle bad. That's a bad man.
Yeah.
to boo him, let's start booing him and be hurt.
Like
Yeah.
boo him with
But
conviction.
that's about it. Yeah,
All
boo him with some serious conviction instead of the fans going, hey, and then boo. No, oh, John Cena's like half-heartedly. Just boo him, bro. Like he's giving you terrible matches. Why on earth would you not boo him? And by the way, in terms of spots, I like the part where Randy Orton just RKO'd everybody and just said, "Screw it, let's have a blast." And I also like the spot where Cena poked him in the eye, and then Orton poked John Cena in the eye back, and he's like, "Fuck it, if you're gonna do it, I'm gonna do it too." That made me laugh because I'm just like, yeah, he's a good guy, but he's not a good guy. And yeah, this ain't Cody Rhodes. So I'm not gonna hit you with the title. I'll hit you. I'll go low.
So basically, Rick Hart is asking for people to.
I still think he should have punted him at the end. No, that would have been a way.
Sorry for the lag there. My bad.
Yes, no, yes, that's exactly what he should have done. But yeah. Honestly, I still think the ending should have been, instead of Cena just like looking all confused, feeling like he's about to have a change of heart before R-Truth interrupts him at the post-show press conference. The ending should have been Cena wins, and then he's like celebrating and all that, and then Orton still gets mad and then punts him. And the question becomes, oh man, like, Randy, do you realize what you did? He might not be back. He might not be back for the rest of the year. And then he definitely keeps the title. All this other stuff. Oh, strip him of the title. We can't do that. He has some kind of clause and all this other stuff. And then Orton like RKOs somebody out of anger, and you set up Magnus versus Orton for SummerSlam because he gets suspended. That's how I would have done it. You punt. Orton punts Nick Aldis.
Well,
Orton punts Cena. Cena is quote unquote out because of the punt. Orton comes out on whatever the next show saying, "Oh, I should get a rematch," and then he gets told, "No, you're not getting a rematch because what you did was out of line. You RKO'd everybody. First off, second off, you punted our champion. We don't know if he's even going to be back for the rest of his appearances. So, what are we going to do?" And then Orton just says, "Just strip him of the title then, and then put it up for grabs so I could take it." And then they say, "No, we can't do that because Cena signed some special agreement saying if he wins the title, he can't be stripped of it." All this other stuff. So now there's a chance he might actually walk away with the title at the end of the year. Really, ham up that damn storyline? Could you imagine? Again, could you imagine in any other workplace where you have the MacGuffin that everybody cares about, that makes the place like has the history of the place? Like, imagine if the guy with the nuclear codes, imagine if we only had like a hard copy of all the nuclear codes, and the guy who's worked there for like 20 years is just like, "By the way, guys, I'm retiring at the end of the year and I'm taking the nuclear codes unless you train somebody that has it." And everybody in the workplace is just like, "Oh, I guess he's leaving. Maybe somebody can be trained, but maybe not." Like,
wait, hold on.
Like, are you crazy? Like, I should be seeing GMs. I should be seeing GMs. Go ahead.
Rickard, you said the nuclear codes. I say even worse. To the control room where all that stuff is controlled, the restroom, lock it up and take everyone's key, and no one can go to the bathroom in that place. That's more chaos than a nuclear code. Imagine an office where nobody can leave and the bathroom is locked. You can't get in.
Oh my God.
That is suffering.
Oh,
that's worse than nuclear codes. Having access to nuclear codes.
That's
that is
inhumane.
worse too. Yeah, the point I'm making is yeah, I'm pretty sure there's labor laws against that. But the point I'm trying to make is there should be GM saying, "Hey, John, like, you're not taking the title." Why? because the next pay-per-view you're gonna fight like 5 people in a gauntlet match. Have fun, and then like they leave, and you just see the leg. Oh, I see how it is. Like, and then oh wow, this is so messed up. They're stacking the odds, but Cena wins because he cheats. He never gives up, but he's also a dastardly heel because he low-blowed people or stuff like that. That'd be awesome. Would that not be pretty cool? Just like, oh yeah, Cena lost or Cena won, but only because he cheated.
Yeah.
Like the gauntlet match happens. Somebody comes out. He kicks him in the balls. The ref immediately DQs him, and then he goes, "All right, great. Send the next guy out. I can't lose the title off a DQ." Hey, you see? I can book a better show than you, Triple H. Fight me.
Ooh.
I'm just kidding.
What?
I'm just kidding. We all know it's The Rock's fault.
Well, the winner of this one was the main event Jeff with 5 points. Yes.
Who thankfully did not get a perfect score because Jey Uso versus Logan Paul was not on the show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Some would say the leader of... I wouldn't. He's not the leader of it. He's not the leader. But, because... Anyway. So, yeah, we had the 5 points. The scoreboard's updated. Now we're... it's a 3-way tie, right?
He makes too many original picks. He makes too many original picks.
Other people copy him.
It's clearly the Tornator who's the leader.
He's the one. He's the one constantly
copy and paste.
So yeah, there's a scoreboard at the end of Backlash, Backtrash, whatever. We'll see it next year. And there you go. That's a recap of what happened on the aftermath of Backlash. Well, next week is going to be a busy week. How many we have? Like four events.
Next week is going to be crazy. We got 4 events. It's double or nothing. Saturday night main event. NXT's got a show. I don't even remember what it's called at this point. Worlds Collide, I think it is. No. This different thing. And TNA's also got an event for some reason. It's a bunch of stuff happening next week. 4 predictions events.
Unnecessary
4
matches.
predictions events. 5 points up for grab base.
Yeah.
Not counting perfect score bonuses. So huge game changer up ahead.
Yeah, it is.
He's hoping Diesel's got to go on vacation next week.
Or maybe someone doesn't send him a list. No.
No, we can't do that. That's not. Come on. Who do I look like? Winning by cheap methods. John Cena?
I am going to ruin wrestling.
Correct.
He said it.
All right. That's it. That's it for the show, folks. Join us next week when we go nuts. All right. Where's the coffee? Not made.
Hola!